Back at Mid-American Conference Media Day at Ford Field, and this year, of course, a new member of the Mid-American Conference is the University of Massachusetts Minutemen, who are going to be playing their home game at Gillette Stadium, the home of the New England Patriots. But they'll be on the road on November the 10th when they play at Infocision Stadium against the Akron Zips. And the new coach, first-year coach at UMASS, is Charley Molnar, who is with us right now, and that name may seem familiar. You were an assistant at Kent State, and you were telling me, or we were talking, when my daughter went to Stowe High School, your son was the quarterback there, and now he's with you.
Yes, my son Charley played quarterback at Mogadore High School, played in 2 state championship games, and Charley's my graduate assistant coach on offense right now.
That's great. So how is it having a family member on the staff?
It's great. It's funny when we sit at the staff table, as our family got bigger, I have 8 kids. I sat at the head of the table, and he sat at the other end. And in our offensive staff, in our full staff meetings, I, of course, sit at the head of the table as a head coach, and he sits on the far end across from me. And sometimes I get a flashback. It seems just like eating a big Sunday dinner with the family many years ago.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. Now, of course, you are the new head coach at UMass, so you've got to, get going with that program at the same time you're going from FCS to FBS. How big a job is that?
Well, that's a very big job. When you're playing 1AA football, you recruit, the players that you have are 1AA players. You play a 1AA schedule. You're not nearly as seasoned against the competition that you'll face playing 1A football for 12 consecutive weeks. So we have a lot of work ahead of us to get our players not only physically ready for the competition of 1A football for 12 consecutive weeks, but also to get their minds ready for that challenge, because they're going to have to bring their A game each and every week just to be competitive. And that's what we want to do.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Of course, you are familiar with the Mid-American Conference, maybe not the current players on the teams, but you were at Central Michigan as well, so you know the league.
Yeah, this is my 5th Mid-American Conference school. After I left Kent State, I went to Eastern Michigan, Western Michigan, Central Michigan. So and this is stop number 5 in the MAC, and I can just tell you this: it's in my opinion, it's one of the toughest, most competitive leagues in the country, and I'm glad to be back.
You needed to be at some more East Division schools. You were at all those Michigan schools. But what about also playing your home games this year at Gillette Stadium?
Well, I think that's really exciting. I think it's great for our players. It's great for our fans. Certainly helps our recruiting. Playing in possibly the best football venue in the world, outdoor venue at least, is really, really exciting. It's a great environment, Patriot Place, the surrounding shopping and entertainment district around it, and just being a stone's throw from Boston. What a great place to spend a weekend. Watch a Mid-American Conference football game, and really, it's a destination for fans.
And then, of course, also trying to develop rivalries, and there's your first game is against UConn, so I think that's going to be a rivalry right off the bat.
There's no doubt about it. They're only about 40 miles. Hartford's only about 40 miles away, and we've been banging heads with them recruiting, and they certainly know that we're in the neighborhood. And UConn, in fact, last game as a 1AA member was against the University of Massachusetts, who really whipped them up pretty good at that time about a decade ago. So hopefully Lightning will strike twice.
All right. Well, good luck then in your first season in the Mid-American Conference.
Thank you very much, Steve. Good seeing you again.
Charley Molnar, the head coach of the UMass Minutemen, who visit Infocision Stadium November the 10th, and we will have more all day long on GoZips.com.